story about a field up in New York that I went to. And at the time, I had a Mad Bull Chrono. And my one gun had it was an Echo 1 Master Series. It had a whole complete gearbox that you just pull the two pins out and put this other gearbox right inside it. You just put the wire together and bang, slam, it's ready to go. And the one gearbox was supposed to be 350 with two O's, and the other gearbox was supposed to be 400 with two O's. Okay. I did change the 350 gearbox out, so it was almost 400 with two O's. When I was shooting both of these, the original one was shooting like 390, 389, 390 with two O's. That was the $400 with the 2.0 gearbox. The 350 gearbox that I redid was then shooting about 395, 396 all the time with two O's. And it's a two-part story. I was at this field, another field near my house, like 45 minutes away, and it had three levels. It had a flat level down the hill, then there was another flat level, then down the hill, and there was another flat level. So we were traversing on the event, from the top level down to the first level. And we started to pull fire. And I had this Master Series with a hollow sight on the top. And I started to run forward, and I fell forward, and I drove the gun into the ground and did a cartwheel off it, landed on my back. Well, my buddy came over, he says, "You all right, you all right?" And yeah, I'm okay. I look, the hollow sight is trashed, and the front of my gun is full of dirt. So I bang it on the side of a rock, shoot it a couple times, the dirt's flying out. I bang it a couple more times, and I'm shooting. And all the BBs are coming out, so I'm good, and I start firing and use it the rest of the day. Come to find out that when I'm shooting, they look like they're going one side or the other. There was a little bend in the barrel, and it was just putting that little bit of tweak on it that the BB would always go to one side. So I got home and I said, well, it's a 604 Type bore barrel came in it, or 605, I'm sorry, 605 Type bore barrel that came in it. So I said, I'm going to get a 603 Type bore, same length, put it in there, I'll be good to go. So I put it in there, shoots great. Gearbox I have in there is the one I have upgraded. 403, 405 with two O's on my Mad Bull Chrono. Put the other one in. It's shooting about 394, 395 now. More often than not, 95, 96. So I said, okay, that one's good, but I got to do something about the other one. So my one friend said to me, just shoot a full auto and leave it compressed, and in a month you could lose a couple FPS on it. So I did that. 2 weeks go by, I shoot it again. 400, 401, 400, 401. I'm like, it's still a little tight. Shoot it full auto again, leave it for about another 2 weeks. All the while, I just took the gearbox out and put the other one in. It's shooting like 395. It's great, 396. So I'm using that, doing whatever for the month. So I put this gearbox back on there, and it's 398, 399, 398, 399, 399, 398. I'm like, we're golden. Oh, I'm golden. Go up to this new field in New York. Take the gun over. Go on the chrono. 403, 404, 404. Guy said, sorry, it's too hot. Can't use it. And I'm like, on my chrono, it's only 398, 399. Which always brings me to the point that the field chrono is the one that matters, not what your chrono at home says. So I go back over, and he says, "Go, you got to get another gun or something. You can't use this." So I go back over, pop the pins, pull the wire, bang, slam, throw the other gearbox on, go back over. I tell the guy I threw a new gearbox in it. He said, "You did in that quick a time?" I said, "It's a quick time." I was telling him the whole thing with the gearbox. So we shoot it. 398, 399, 399. He made me shoot it 2 more times. It was 398, 399. He said, okay, he says, you're good. And I'm thinking to myself, God, if this gearbox screws up or if I have a problem with it, I can't put the other one on because it's shooting too hot. I did bring another rifle with me, another MP5, but it was a different one altogether, and I didn't want to use that one. But it always gets me back to the point when I would tell my guys, you should always plan that your chrono is not the one that it does. Go 10 FPS below the limit. Now it's joules. So if your gun is shooting 399 on your chrono, don't trust it. You're going to go to a field, it'll be 405, you ain't going to be able to use it. Or even 401, they won't let you go. I always geared all my replicas to shoot 10 FPS under the 400 with 2.0 limit. That way, when I went to a field and I have a gun that's shooting 389, 390, and their chrono's running a little hot, I'm still good. Nowadays, I do it like 25 under. I'm shooting like 375 out of 400 on some of this stuff. A couple of the guns I have shoot 300 or three. The one I have shoots 340, and I said it's got a big long barrel. I don't care about it. I'm not there to hurt people. All my pistols shoot 300 FPS. So I said, I don't want to hurt anybody. I want to have a good time. I don't want somebody else to be bitching about, oh, he's shooting too hot, whatever. And all my guns are not. I remember going to a recent event, and the guy said that, oh, his gun's shooting too hot, and the guy chronos it. It's like, oh, 300, like less. It's like a joule, less than a joule. So I'm like, not me shooting hot. Must be somebody else, not me. So that's the story of that field, and it was from that experience that I eventually always had my gun shooting under 400 by at least 10 to 25 FPS. Hope you enjoyed the story, and as always, you guys have a good day.
I'm just here to have fun.